When turning 60, many gentlemen may suddenly realize that their bodies are no longer the same as before. Sometimes it shows up as heavy legs. In the morning, cold hands, even when the weather is not chilly. Or restless. Sleep with frequent awakenings in the middle of the night to use the restroom. There is also a quiet, hard to describe feeling in the lower part of the body that we often hesitate to mention. According to statistics from the National Institute on Aging in the United States, up to 70% of men over the age of 60 experience reduced blood circulation in the pelvic area and weakened hormone health. Yet, most quietly accept it as something inevitable with aging. However, the truth is that things are not necessarily over because there are very gentle solutions that can bring clear results if we know how. In today's video, I would like to share with you a simple method to restore male vitality in older age through your daily breakfast. It only requires choosing the right 5 familiar foods, which you may already have in your kitchen. If you are over 60 years old, I encourage you to watch this entire video as it may change the way you take care of your health each day. Which country are you watching from? Please leave a comment so I know and can accompany you on this journey. When reaching the age of 60, a man's body begins to undergo profound and quiet changes. These are not as obvious as graying hair or wrinkled skin, but rather the gradual decline of blood circulation and hormone function in older age. This directly affects vitality, physical mobility, as well as the health of the prostate and urinary system. According to statistics from the National Institute on Aging in the United States, after the age of 60, a man's natural hormone levels begin to decrease steadily at an average rate of about 2% per year. Along with this is the slowing of blood circulation in the pelvic area, leading to a heavy sensation in the lower body, frequent nighttime urination, or even cold hands and feet despite warm weather. What is notable is that these changes happen very quietly, sometimes only becoming noticeable when the body has already weakened. Many gentlemen often believe this is something unavoidable with aging, choosing to accept and quietly endure it. However, according to insights from Dr. Abraham Morgentaler, a well-known testosterone expert in the United States, how we start our day can determine up to 70% of the quality of hormone health and blood circulation in older age. He once said that breakfast is like the first engine start of a car after a long night of rest. If we do not provide the right fuel at the right time, we cannot expect that car to run smoothly. In reality, in the early morning, the body falls into an almost empty state after many hours of consuming energy to maintain basic life functions such as breathing, circulation, and regulating body temperature. This is precisely when the muscles, especially the pelvic muscle group closely related to urinary control and balance, are in the greatest need of nutrients. If we skip breakfast or eat hastily with just a cup of coffee or a dry slice of bread, it means missing the opportunity to replenish the vital fuel needed to naturally support blood circulation and hormone balance. Many cases I have encountered in the clinic have shared that just 1 month after adjusting their breakfast routine, they clearly felt the difference. From lighter steps, deeper sleep, to a much more uplifted spirit. Therefore, it can be said that breakfast is the most important start in helping restore vitality and male hormone health after the age of 60. So specifically, what foods should breakfast include to truly bring about clear effects while remaining safe and easy to apply every day? Right now, we will explore the first food, which is already very familiar, but often forgotten in modern meals. The first food, whole eggs. If there is one familiar food that almost every household keeps in the refrigerator, with the ability to support blood circulation and restore male vitality after the age of 60. It is whole eggs. It is no coincidence that many nutrition experts from the National Institute on Aging in the United States agree that eggs are an essential breakfast food for maintaining male hormone health in older age. Inside the egg yolk are vitamin D, B12, choline, and leucine. These are 4 groups of nutrients that are not only beneficial for the nervous system, but are also especially necessary for hormone function and pelvic muscles. Many gentlemen often only think about arm and leg muscles, forgetting that within the pelvic area there is also an important muscle system that helps maintain urinary control and balance while moving as blood circulation slows with age. This muscle group is the most easily affected, leading to a heavy sensation in the lower body, frequent nighttime urination, and an overall decline in vitality. I clearly remember the story of Mr. Richard, 67 years old, who came to the clinic feeling completely disappointed. He said that for more than 2 years, every morning he would wake up without any desire to move. His hands and feet were ice cold, and his spirit felt sluggish as if everything had slowed down. After carefully asking about his eating habits, I discovered that he often skipped breakfast or just had coffee to get through the morning. I suggested he try one simple thing: eat 2 whole eggs every morning. Consistently. He could boil them or fry them sunny side up, but absolutely should not discard the yolk, because it is precisely the yolk that contains the most important nutrients. At first, if he was hesitant because he was concerned about cholesterol. But I explained clearly that, according to many modern studies, the cholesterol in eggs does not negatively affect heart health if consumed in reasonable amounts. And indeed, just 3 weeks later, Mr. Richard called me back, and his voice already sounded different, stronger, and more cheerful. He shared that this morning, just getting out of bed, he clearly felt his legs were lighter, and his mood was much more relaxed. He even said that it had been a long time since he felt like moving again, just like when he was in his 40s. That story is not unique, but has repeated with many other cases I have encountered. The important thing for gentlemen to remember is that whole eggs are truly a natural and safe source of vitality if used correctly, especially in the morning. It is important to eat only 2 to 3 eggs per day. Choose clean eggs. And limit deep frying with a lot of oil. Just by doing that, it is already an important first step in helping the body restore blood circulation, balance hormones, and maintain male vitality after the age of 60 in a sustainable and gentle way. The second food, oatmeal with chia seeds. When it comes to male vitality health after the age of 60, many gentlemen often focus only on taking supplements or exercising, while forgetting that smooth blood circulation is the core foundation for maintaining energy and hormonal stability in older age. Over time, the blood vessels in the body gradually accumulate excess fat and waste, making the transportation of oxygen and nutrients slower, especially in the pelvic area and prostate, which are very sensitive to these changes. To support the body naturally, modern science has proven that starting the day with a bowl of oatmeal combined with chia seeds is the optimal choice. Oatmeal contains beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that helps reduce bad cholesterol and cleans the blood vessel walls from the inside. Not only that, chia seeds, though small, contain a rich amount of omega-3, magnesium, and potassium that help relax blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and enhance male hormone function. I also remember the story of Mr. Henry, 65 years old, a man who had been healthy for many years but began experiencing fatigue, heavy limbs, feeling short of breath when climbing stairs, and especially waking up frequently at night due to the need to urinate after retiring. When I looked more closely into his breakfast habits, I found that he was used to eating white bread and drinking black coffee, completely lacking the essential nutrients needed for circulation and male vitality. I advised him to try switching to hot oatmeal, adding a spoonful of chia seeds and a few slices of banana or blueberries to enhance the flavor. At first, he was a bit hesitant because he was not used to it. But after just 2 weeks, he called me back with good news. He shared that every morning he felt lighter, his spirit was much more relaxed, and his sleep was deeper and more complete. Without needing medicine or expensive products, just a simple bowl of oatmeal, like that was enough to clean the blood vessels, support circulation, and naturally restore male vitality in older age. When choosing oatmeal, it is best to prioritize whole grain or rolled oats and limit instant types with a lot of sugar. Chia seeds only need to be soaked until soft before eating to make them easier to absorb and to avoid dryness in the stomach. From such small habits, health will gradually improve each day without having to worry about side effects or long-term impacts. The third food, watermelon. If there is one type of fruit that is sweet, refreshing, easy to eat, and quietly brings benefits to male vitality health, after the age of 6, it is watermelon. This fruit, often thought of only as a thirst quencher, actually contains natural properties that support blood circulation in the pelvic area in a gentle and effective way. According to many studies published by the National Institute on Aging in the United States, watermelon contains a natural compound called L-citrulline. When absorbed into the body, L-citrulline is converted into L-arginine, which helps stimulate the production of nitric oxide. This substance plays a key role in relaxing blood vessels and increasing blood flow to important organs, especially the prostate area and urinary system. What is interesting is that this mechanism is entirely natural, requiring no medication or complicated interventions, simply by enjoying a few slices of fresh watermelon each morning. I also remember the story of Mr. Bill, 66 years old, an old friend in Texas, United States. Mr. Bill always enjoyed gardening, but recently he had been feeling sluggish, with slow movements, low energy, and especially waking up multiple times during the night due to a persistent need to urinate. When we spoke, I advised him to try eating watermelon in the morning, especially about 10 to 15 minutes before his main meal, as this is when the body can absorb L-citrulline most effectively. Mr. Bill even laughed, saying that he thought watermelon was just a summer snack, not realizing it could truly benefit male health in older age. Yet, after just over a week, he called me back with a noticeably happier voice, saying that when he woke up that morning, he felt much lighter. His legs were no longer cold and numb, as before, and most of all, his mood was significantly brighter. That is exactly the effect watermelon brings when used correctly and at the right time. When eating watermelon, it is important to choose fresh, clean fruit and include the white rind near the skin, as this part contains the highest amount of L-citrulline. It can be eaten directly or blended into a smoothie, as long as it is consumed on an empty stomach or before the main breakfast to maximize absorption. Just a few slices of watermelon each morning are enough to clear the blood vessels, warm up the body, and naturally restore vitality for men after the age of 60. The fourth food, steamed sweet potatoes with Celtic salt, besides eggs, oatmeal, or watermelon. Another food that plays an equally important role in supporting blood circulation and maintaining natural vitality for men after the age of 60 is steamed sweet potatoes combined with Celtic salt. This dish may seem simple, yet it helps regulate blood pressure, replenish minerals, and assist the body in maintaining natural water balance. According to nutrition experts from the National Institute on Aging in the United States, sweet potatoes contain a large amount of complex carbohydrates that help maintain stable energy levels without causing sudden blood sugar spikes like other fast-digesting starches. In addition, when combined with a pinch of Celtic salt and unrefined sea salt rich in more than 80 types of natural minerals, this dish provides sodium, potassium, magnesium, and essential trace elements needed for the nervous system, muscles, and blood vessels to function properly. I clearly remember the story of Mr. Thomas, 70 years old, who often experienced heavy legs and difficulty walking every morning upon waking up. He shared that every time he stood up or sat down, he had to hold onto a table or chair because of numbness and loss of balance. During examination and conversation, I realized that he had a very irregular breakfast routine, sometimes just drinking a cup of light tea and nothing more. I advised him to try eating half a steamed sweet potato each morning, sprinkled lightly with a bit of Celtic salt, along with a glass of warm water. At first, he was hesitant because it seemed too simple, but after just 3 days, he called me back with a cheerful voice, saying that he no longer felt that heavy sensation in the morning. His steps were lighter, and he no longer needed to hold on to furniture. When standing up, the important thing is that this dish is easy to prepare, does not cost much, and is suitable for older people because it does not put pressure on the digestive system. When preparing, simply steam the sweet potatoes until soft. It is best not to boil them, as that can cause a loss of nutrients. Then sprinkle a small pinch of Celtic salt on top to enhance the flavor and add minerals. It is important not to use too much salt to avoid affecting blood pressure. Through such gentle habits, the body will gradually stabilize circulation, maintain vitality, and support hormone function in older age in a sustainable and safe way. The fifth food, avocado with ground flax seeds. In addition to eggs, oatmeal, watermelon, and steamed sweet potatoes, there is another food that plays a quietly important role in supporting blood circulation and maintaining natural vitality for men after the age of 60. That is avocado combined with ground flax seeds. This is a breakfast choice that is not only delicious and easy to prepare, but also helps nourish the body in a gentle and sustainable way. According to nutrition experts from the National Institute on Aging in the United States, avocado contains a rich amount of healthy fats, specifically monounsaturated fats, along with potassium and vitamin E. These nutrients contribute to relaxing blood vessels, protecting cell membranes, and balancing hormone function in older age. When paired with ground flax seeds, which are high in omega-3, lignans, and fiber, this combination further enhances the effect by reducing inflammation, supporting heart health, and promoting smooth blood circulation. I still remember the story of Mr. George, 72 years old, a longtime patient who used to struggle with fatigue, a loss of focus, and frequent nighttime urination. After talking for a while, I learned that he often skipped breakfast or only had a small piece of fruit. I recommended he try adding half an avocado, mashed and sprinkled with a spoonful of ground flax seeds, as his morning meal. At first, he found the taste unfamiliar, but quickly adapted After just 2 weeks, Mr. George called me with a cheerful tone, saying that he felt clearer in his mind, more comfortable when moving, and especially that his sleep had become more stable. The key is not in using expensive medicines or products, but in choosing natural foods that support the body's natural balance. When preparing, simply mash ripe avocado. Add a spoonful of freshly ground flax seeds and enjoy it as is, or spread it on a slice of whole grain bread. It is important to use ground flax seeds instead of whole seeds to ensure better absorption. Just by maintaining this small habit every morning, gentlemen can help their bodies improve blood circulation, balance hormone health, and sustain natural vitality gently and safely after the age of 60. Looking back on the journey just shared, it becomes clear that taking care of male vitality health after the age of 60 is not something complicated or difficult. In fact, it simply starts with very small habits, specifically from the daily breakfast. The 4 familiar foods: whole eggs, oatmeal with chia seeds, watermelon, and steamed sweet potatoes with Celtic salt have all been scientifically proven to support blood circulation, balance hormones, and maintain hormone function in older age naturally and sustainably. There is no need for expensive medications or complicated interventions. Just by consistently practicing these habits each morning, the body will gradually adapt, leading to noticeable positive changes. Today, you may still feel unsure or not yet fully appreciate the importance of adjusting your breakfast. But I believe that if you give it a try, starting tomorrow, you will gradually notice the difference from even the smallest things. Just by changing one item in your breakfast, you are contributing to improving sleep quality, making your legs feel lighter, and keeping your body warm and healthy. And I want to emphasize that it is never too late to start taking care of yourself. Whether you are 60, 70, or even older, as long as you have determination and patience, everything can change. If you find today's content helpful, I kindly invite you to subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends and loved ones, especially those who are entering older age and need more motivation to care for their health. What are you having for breakfast these days? Please leave a comment below the video so that everyone can share and learn from one another.